From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Daybreak Drive-In Podcast with Wish TV's Scott Sander. A Wish TV News 8 update.
From Wish TV, I'm Drew Blair in for Scott Sander with your Daybreak Drive-In for Tuesday, February 1st. Timing out a weather alert, vaccinating the youngest, and Russia responds. Next.
If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of a deal. But are you getting the deal and cash back? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love, savings, and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores like Target, Sephora, and even Expedia. Stack sales on top of cash back and feel what it's like to know you're maximizing the savings. It's easy to use, and you get your cash back sent to you through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app or go to Rakuten.com to start saving today. It's the most rewarding way to shop. That's Rakuten. Rakuten.com.
The Storm Track 8 team is tracking a massive winter system that could bring ice and snow over multiple days. It starts with rain tonight that will transition to a wintry mix and snow in the first of two waves. Marcus Bailey forecasts the second wave arrives going into Thursday as more of the state sees snow. The mayor of Indianapolis is set to address the city ahead of this possible winter storm. Other city department heads will join Joe Hogsett for a press conference this afternoon to talk about preparations. Watch for their updates at 2
on the
o'clock
free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for
Young
listening.
kids may
And be sure to
able
like,
to get the
subscribe, and
Pfizer
follow this
COVID-19
podcast for
vaccine
updates every
sooner than
weekday morning on the
expected.
All
US
Indiana
regulators
Podcast
are asking
Network
the drug
and wherever
maker to
you
apply
get your
for emergency
podcasts.
use authorization for its use in children under 5 years old. The Associated Press is citing a person familiar with the developments, saying the two-dose regimen would cover children as young as 6 months. The shots would be about 1/10 of the strength of the adult version. The application could come as early as today. Is Omicron on its way out? The U.S. Surgeon General says there is reason to be optimistic, but does not suggest that, in his words, we let off this accelerator. Some communities are loosening restrictions across the country. According to Johns Hopkins University, positive cases of COVID-19 are down 30% across the country compared to a week ago. The Department of Health says hospitalizations are also down 11%. Police in Fort Wayne are searching for the man they believe kidnapped and murdered a woman. Cell phone video shows the suspect in all black running with a rifle and a black backpack. Police say on Saturday he broke into the woman's home. They say the suspect threatened to kill the woman and her two children before forcing her to drive him away in her SUV. The man is accused of firing about 30 rounds into the vehicle about 4 blocks away, killing the woman before running off. President Biden is set to meet with the Senate Judiciary Committee to discuss an opening on the Supreme Court. As we've reported, Associate Justice Stephen Breyer is retiring. The president has promised to nominate a black woman to the High Court. The U.S. received a written response from Russia over the ongoing tension with Ukraine. It came ahead of today's planned phone call between Secretary of State Antony Blinken and his Russian counterpart. The contents of the letter have not been revealed. Leaders have also not said if it was delivered before or after yesterday's standoff at the United Nations. The U.S. ambassador says America is bound by the UN Charter to help protect Ukraine. The Russian ambassador calls it a classic example of megaphone diplomacy. Mild and dry for much of the day. Highs near 50 degrees before the rain and that winter weather develop this week. From Wish TV, I'm Drew Blair. Be sure to like and subscribe for your daily news updates from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the Daybreak Drive-In Podcast with Wish TV's Scott Sander. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com.